Welcome back to video number 2. This is going to be another really short video because we're always hearing about how Meghan is frustrated. She's frustrated. She's accusing. She's frustrated. I just wanted to touch on that really quickly, so let's just cover that. Let's go. To start off, let's look at what happened in July of this year. Meghan Markle was very upset and was supposedly one step away from confronting King Charles because, in case you guys have forgotten, King Charles, who's been selling jelly and jam and everything for years and years and years, feels that every time King Charles launches some sort of a product, that it is intentional sabotage, and she's upset. How dare he continue to sell his products? Now, in April of this year, we all got the horrible news about Catherine. Apparently, Harry and Meghan were not notified ahead of time. Other family members like Princess Anne, King Charles, Edward and Sophie, they were all notified, but Harry and Meghan were not. And so they're annoyed and frustrated because they're not being told about Kate's medical diagnosis before everybody else. So why would they be told, since they are untrustworthy? They would have released the news and there's no communication between them anyway. But apparently they feel that they're no longer prioritized, and it just reinforces their sense of victimhood, and they were pushed out of the royal family rather than they left because they're not being told things in advance. How about when Meghan was frustrated because Harry would like to return to some royal life? He's been having homesickness ever since he left England for Southern California. He wants to spend more time in the UK. Meghan doesn't want to, and so they're having all kinds of issues. Harry misses his family. Harry misses his old friends. Harry misses his old life. So they're saying that Meghan is frustrated because Harry wants his old life back. Now, in July of this same year, Meghan put out this story that she was still genuinely hurt by the rift with the royal family, and she wants reconciliation, but it's never going to happen. Now, the reason it's never going to happen is because Harry wants to move on, but Meghan wants to keep going on and on and on and talking to the family and rehashing things through. And that's not something the royal family is going to do. They are not going to talk to her because they know that anything that she says will show up in a podcast or a book. Too much damage has occurred for the relationship there's no change. It's never going to happen. They'll never have the same relationship. He is moving on. She's not. Now, that is important to remember because one of the Sussex mouthpieces has come out and says that while Meghan supports Harry 100%, she wants him to live in the world where he's not burdened by this. In other words, she's moved on and Harry isn't. That's not what's going on here. She's like, why doesn't he just let it go and be happy and live in the moment? And that was said by somebody who had an NDA. So obviously the NDA was lifted in order for this person to speak. Okay. Now, what was said was Meghan wants him to be free of all this, but she knows that because of everything he's been through and his love for her and the children, he can't. So I feel that she's trying to throw him under the bus by claiming he's the one who can't let go. Because now stories are coming out that Meghan is very frustrated. It's getting worse and worse. And what's going on behind closed doors, and that Meghan is just angry because he's only doing the bare minimum at home, and she's beginning to have her doubts about her husband. She hates that he's not driven and he acts lazy. She wants a partner, the article says, who's just as ambitious as she is, but that doesn't seem to be the case with Harry. Instead, he mopes around all day in their multi-million-dollar Montecito mansion. And not only that, they're saying that Harry is completely and utterly bored with his life because he doesn't have any friends in California and he's not bonding with anybody. Apparently, it's being said that after he's taken the dog for a walk and maybe gone for a drive, he has nothing to do all day in and day out other than support Meghan. Meghan, on the other hand, wants somebody who's, got determination. It's just not working. Harry, in the meantime, they're saying, keeps looking back across the Atlantic where all of his army and school friends live and who he never sees because they will not come to the United States because they don't like Meghan. I've told you guys before, marry in haste, repent in leisure. Now, really, I want you guys to think about that. He gets up in the morning, he walks the dogs, the nannies take care of the kids. Meghan is busy working on ARO or doing whatever she does. They only work an hour a week for Archwell. He has no friends to call. He has no family to call. He literally sits in that mansion all day doing absolutely nothing. Think about that. He probably sits around thinking, God, I wish I could talk to my dad or my brother. I mean, he gave up everything for her. Everything. Now, while this is definitely on a different topic, I thought it was important to include this blind item that just came out. Remember, they just lost another, the 19th member of staff because apparently Meghan's assistant was told to go get a certain product and she was given a 4-hour deadline to get it, even though the product was located quite some distance away. I have absolutely no trouble believing this. Oh my. All right, you guys, you know what to do. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for all notifications, and then go down into the description box and hit the link to move on to our palette cleanser, video number 3, The Working Royals. Let's go.